For this assignment, I chose to work with a student on his golf swing. This student was having trouble with his swing at the time, and for the purposes of this video, we chose to work on his driver swing. To make it a little more difficult, we chose to work on hitting a driver off the deck. This is a much more challenging shot, as you hit it off the ground and not with the assist of a tee that normally helps you lift it in the air. In this first video, you'll see a proficient view of me swinging from behind and from the side. We'll take you through this again a little slower. Keep in mind those 3 keys that just scrolled up in the screen. Notice how when I'm taking it back, my head is nice and still looking at the ball the whole time, making a full shoulder turn while keeping my lower body nice and quiet, rotating around that axis. Stopping at the top, bringing it back down the same way I started, coming from the inside and then swinging through nice and smooth, right through the ball and not at the ball. That's really important so that you're not swinging down too hard and you make solid contact, especially off that tight drive again, not being on a tee. We'll watch this through again one last time from the side view. Now, I want you to keep a really close eye on my head, how still it is throughout my swing, and how little movement there is in my body in general, despite the club head going over 130 miles an hour. Now, also, my head still is facing at the ground, despite my swing being almost over, my ball completely gone. This is really important to make sure you're staying steady and through the ball, and again, hitting through the ball and not at the ball. This is a really important concept that you've already heard me go over a couple times, but again, it means a lot when you're swinging at this pace and trying to hit such a difficult shot like a driver off the deck. Now we're going to take a look at a couple clips of my students' swings before the instruction was given. Try and remember what I was speaking about and the keys to remember from before my swings, and see if you can point out anything that's wrong and might need to be worked on in his swing before we go over it. Looking at this again, slowed down even more, let's see what you notice now. Right from the gate, looks pretty uncomfortable, really arched back, looks like he's giving the club a death grip, which is not what you want to see, especially in an intricate shot like hitting a driver off the deck. Comes back nicely, rotating around the axis, but right after he gets to the top is where it all starts to fall apart. His knees bend, head drops, almost tilting to his right, and you can see obviously he misses the ball, but it's the result of falling from the right and not swinging through the ball as if he was almost trying to stab at it instead of taking that nice fluid swing, which you really need, especially with a driver without a tee. Now looking through it on the side view here, now the club head is way behind the ball near the center of the stance, which is not bad at all, except for the fact that he has the ball way off his front foot. Now in order to adjust for that, he'd need to bring his weight way over into his left side to make proper contact, but in this case, just like in the behind view, you'll notice he does the exact opposite, while in fact bringing his weight more over to his right side and his head following. Now, good job coming back, nice and smooth, like just what we want to see, but again, as he brings it down, you'll see his head shift to the right and down, almost creating a more angled approach, which is impossible to make good contact with the balls on the ground. If it was up on a tee, that might be okay for getting some height under it, but we need that nice smooth swing through the ball on the ground, which he fails to there. So let's see how we can improve it. Moving right ahead to the slowed down version, we'll see how he did after the instruction now. Right out of the gate, looks like he's got great balance, good comfortable setup, athletic stance, which is great. Taking it back smoothly, just like he did before, never had a problem with that. Takes it back a little farther also, which is nice for power. Now, taking it through, you can see he made much better contact, but he is still leaning over on his right side, trying to get his way over to the left, but still struggling with that. But a good finish up high and to the left, which is nice change as well. Now, going over to the side view, this is where you'll notice the real positive changes. Starting out, Club is in the center of his stance with the ball, which is great to see. The ball's not way out off his left foot like it was before. Taking it back, staying nice and smooth, rotating around that axis in the middle of his body, head staying nice and still, good athletic stance, knees bent but not excessive. Starting down, he shifts to his left side, almost falls back over his right, but keeps a good majority of his weight over to the left side, helping the Club get through the ball, finishing nice and high, balanced, still a little bit of back arch, but overall much, much better. Now, to finish up, let's take a look at these videos in full time. Thanks for watching.